The massive alien ship appeared above Earth without warning. It hung in the sky like a metal island, its dark surface reflecting the sun. News of its arrival spread quickly. Within hours, every human on the planet knew they were not alone in the universe. 3 days later, Admiral James Walker stood in a large room aboard the alien vessel. Next to him was Anna Morgan, Earth's top diplomat. Across from them sat 7 aliens of different shapes and colors. They called themselves the Galactic Council. "We welcome Earth to join our great alliance," said High Minister Krell. The alien's blue skin gleamed under the bright lights. His 4 eyes blinked at different times. "Your species has much potential." Anna smiled politely. "We thank you for the invitation. Earth is honored by your interest." Walker remained silent, studying the aliens. Something about their words didn't match their body language. He had spent 30 years reading people in battle and diplomacy. These aliens might look different, but he recognized the look of someone who thought they were better than others. "Of course," Krell continued, "as a developing species, humans will need guidance. The Council will provide technology and protection. In exchange, we require access to Earth's resources and some control over your military." Anna's smile didn't waver, but Walker noticed her hands tighten around her tablet. "That sounds like a very one-sided arrangement," she said. Krell made a sound like stones grinding together. Walker realized it was laughter. "All new species say this at first. You will come to understand the benefits. The Council has existed for 10,000 years. 27 species live under our rule." "Under your rule." Walker spoke for the first time. "Not as equals." The alien to Krell's right, a thin creature with gray skin, leaned forward. "New species must earn their place. This is how it has always been." That night, back at the human base, Walker and Anna reviewed their notes. Reports from Earth's intelligence teams added to their concerns. "They'd done this before," Anna said, looking at the data. "Every species they've welcomed has ended up mining resources for the Council. Some have been waiting centuries for full membership rights." Walker nodded. "And did you notice? No species has ever refused them." The next day, they returned to the Council ship. Krell seemed confident, almost smug. "We have prepared the membership documents," he announced. "Once signed, Earth will begin receiving technological upgrades. We will need access to your mineral deposits immediately." Anna placed her tablet on the table. "We have carefully considered your offer." "Excellent," Krell said. "Earth respectfully declines membership in the Galactic Council." Silence filled the room. The aliens stared at them in shock. Walker watched as Krell's blue skin darkened. "That is not possible," Krell finally said. "All species join the Council." "Not this one," Walker replied. He stood up. "Humans will not accept second-class status. We will make our own way in the galaxy." "This is a mistake," the gray alien hissed. "You need our protection." Anna also stood. "If your protection requires giving up our freedom, we'll take our chances." "No species has ever walked away from Council talks," Krell said, his voice low and dangerous. Walker smiled slightly. "Then I guess humans are the first. We're good at that. Being first." As they turned to leave, Krell called after them. "You will regret this decision." Walker looked back over his shoulder. "No, I don't think we will." The 2 humans walked out of the room, leaving the stunned Council members behind. Neither knew it yet, but that simple act of walking away would change the fate of the entire galaxy. 2 hours later, the alien ship left Earth's orbit. The Council was gone, but Walker knew they wouldn't stay gone for long. "What do you think they'll do?" Anna asked as they watched the ship vanish into space. "Something unpleasant," Walker said. "We should prepare." He was right. The galaxy would soon learn that humans didn't just walk away from bad deals. They also fought back when threatened. And they never, ever gave up. 1 month after the talks failed, they came back. Not 1 ship this time, but 50. The alien vessels formed a ring around Earth, blocking all paths to space. Admiral Walker stood at the command center window, watching the blockade ships through a powerful telescope. "They think they can starve us into joining them," he said. Anna Morgan joined him, her face serious. Krell sent a message. "He says the blockade is for galactic security. They will only remove it when we accept council terms." "How generous of them," Walker said. His voice was calm, but his eyes were hard. The first month of the blockade was difficult. Earth needed metals and materials from space for many important technologies. Prices rose. Some items became impossible to find. The Council expected humans to beg for help. They didn't understand human nature. At a secret base under the ocean, Dr. Marcus Reed led a team of scientists. They worked day and night on a new project. Walker visited them often. "The aliens use a standard form of faster-than-light travel," Dr. Reed explained, pointing to his screens. "But our physics theories suggest another way to move through space." "Will it work?" Walker asked. Reed smiled. "The Council thinks they know everything about space travel, but humans see things differently. Their sensors won't be able to detect our method." While Reed's team worked on the new drive, other humans found ways to solve resource problems. They recycled materials in new ways. They grew food in places no one had tried before. They adapted. 6 months into the blockade, Walker received an unexpected visitor. A small ship had somehow slipped past the blockade. Inside was an alien unlike the council members. It had red skin and a single large eye. "I am Torque of the Araxian Collective," the alien said. "My people were the last species forced to join the council before yours. We have watched how you resist them." "Why are you here?" Walker asked. "To help," Torque said. "Many species suffer under council rule. None had the courage to refuse them until humans showed it was possible. My leaders believe you might succeed where others failed." That night, Walker, Anna, and Reed met with Earth's leaders. They shared Torque's information and their own plans. "The quantum fold drive is ready," Reed said. "We've built it into 50 ships. It works differently than council technology. Their sensors won't see us coming or going." Anna looked at the reports from Torque. "The Araxians say many planets are unhappy with council rule. If we break the blockade, we might find allies." The room was silent, as everyone considered the risk. Then Walker spoke. "The council thought we would break under pressure. Instead, we've grown stronger. They believe we have no choice but to surrender or suffer." He smiled slightly. "Let's show them how wrong they are." 2 weeks later, Operation Breakout began. 50 Earth ships, each equipped with the new quantum fold drive, powered up their engines. The Council blockade ships detected nothing unusual until it was too late. In a flash of blue light, Earth's ships disappeared. When they reappeared, they were beyond the blockade, spreading across the galaxy. Walker commanded the flagship Defiance. As his ship jumped to its target, he thought about Krell's warning. The Council had said humans would regret walking away. "No," Walker said quietly as stars streaked past his view screen. "You're going to regret trying to cage us." The Defiance vanished into deep space, carrying humanity's defiance to the stars. The Council control room on Outpost Station 7 was quiet. 4 alien officers watched their screens, bored after months of nothing happening in their sector. Suddenly, alarms blared. A ship appeared on their scanners out of nowhere. Then another, and another. "What's happening?" the commander shouted. "Where did they come from?" Before anyone could answer, a message played on all channels. A human face appeared on screen. "This is Captain Lisa Jones of Earth. Your blockade of our planet has ended. We are now free to travel the stars." Similar scenes played out at 20 different council outposts. Human ships appeared without warning, sending the same message before jumping away again. On the Defiance, Admiral Walker watched as his fleet executed the plan perfectly. The council forces were confused and slow to respond. "Set course for the Araxian homeworld," he ordered. "Let's keep our promise to Torque." The Defiance jumped again, its quantum fold drive leaving no trail for council ships to follow. When it arrived at the Araxian planet, Walker saw 5 large council warships in orbit. They were using the planet's people as slaves to mine rare minerals. "Battle stations," Walker said calmly. "Target their engines and weapon systems only." The Defiance attacked without warning. 2 council ships were disabled before they could even raise shields. The others turned to fight, but they were too slow. Human weapons, designed with creativity the council lacked, cut through their defenses. In 30 minutes, all 5 council ships were drifting in space, unable to fight or flee. Walker sent a message to the planet below. "People of Arax, the chains are broken. Your world is yours again." Across the galaxy, Anna Morgan's diplomatic ship Unity visited worlds that had managed to stay free of council control. These independent planets were few and scattered, but each had something valuable: knowledge of the council's weaknesses. "Humans don't want to rule anyone," Anna told the leaders of a world called Telu. "We want a galaxy where all species can be free and equal." The Telu, tall beings with skin like tree bark, were cautious. "The council has ruled for thousands of years. How can humans change this?" Anna smiled. "Because we think differently. The council believes in control and force. We believe in cooperation and freedom." While Walker fought and Anna talked, Dr. Reed made another discovery. Human brains created patterns that Council I could not predict or understand. "Our encryption is unbreakable to them," he explained to Earth's leaders. "Their systems are built to think in straight lines. Human minds jump and twist in ways they can't follow." Earth used this advantage to launch an information war. They broke into council networks and revealed the truth: how the council had been lying to and using thousands of worlds for the benefit of a few powerful species. On the council homeworld, High Minister Krell called an emergency meeting. Reports from across the galaxy showed disaster. Humans were appearing everywhere, destroying council ships, freeing slave worlds, and spreading dangerous ideas about freedom and equality. "These humans must be stopped," Krell shouted, his 4 eyes blinking rapidly in stress. "They are a threat to galactic order." Another council member spoke up. "Perhaps we should offer them better terms. They are proving more powerful than we thought." "No," Krell slammed his fist down. "Humans are primitive and dangerous. We must crush them completely before more species follow their example." What Krell didn't know was that it was already too late. The message of human defiance was spreading through the galaxy like wildfire. The council had ruled through fear for thousands of years. But humans had shown the galaxy something more powerful than fear: hope. 2 black-suited figures moved silently through the darkness toward Earth's main defense building. They were not human. Their skin was gray, and they had special eyes that saw in the dark. They were council assassins sent to kill Admiral Walker. "The human guards are simple to avoid," one whispered. "Their security systems are primitive." They reached a door and used a council device to open it without a sound. But as they stepped inside, bright lights suddenly flashed on. Alarms sounded. Metal walls dropped from the ceiling, trapping them. "Actually," said a voice over a speaker, "we were expecting you." In a room nearby, Walker watched the aliens on a screen. He turned to his security chief. "How did we know they were coming?" The security chief smiled. "Dr. Reed's team designed a new system. It doesn't follow regular patterns like council security. It changes randomly in ways only humans can understand." Across the galaxy, the council was learning a hard lesson. Human unpredictability was their greatest strength. When council hackers attacked Earth's networks, they found a maze that constantly changed. When they sent spies, they found humans who thought in ways their training never prepared them for. On the Araxian homeworld, with human help, the people had overthrown their council rulers. Council forces tried to take back control, but they faced something new: Araxians fighting with human tactics. Torque, now a leader of his people, met with Walker in a hidden base. "For centuries, the council trained us to obey," Torque said. "Humans showed us how to think for ourselves." Walker nodded. That's why the Council fears us. Not because of our weapons, but because of our ideas. Meanwhile, Anna Morgan traveled to worlds still under Council control. She didn't arrive in warships. She came in small, unmarked vessels that Council sensors couldn't detect. She brought something more powerful than weapons: the truth. Earth ships broadcast recordings of the original talks with the Council. Billions of beings across the galaxy heard Krell's words about how new species must earn their place. They heard humans refuse to accept second-class status. On the Council homeworld, Krell was furious. Humans are spreading lies about us, he told the other Council leaders. They must be stopped. But some Council members were beginning to doubt. Are they lies? Asked one, a tall being with feathered skin. I have reviewed the recordings. The humans are only showing what actually happened. Krell's 4 eyes narrowed. You sound like a human supporter. I support the truth, the Council member replied. For the first time in thousands of years, the Council was dividing. 3 species, the Tellurians, Moraki, and Jixari, began to question if the current system was fair. Dr. Reeve made another breakthrough. He found that human neural patterns created codes that Council I could not break. Earth used this to protect communications between rebel worlds. The Council tried to control the flow of information, but humans were too clever. They sent small drones through space carrying messages. They used old-style radio that the Council thought was too primitive to matter. Krell ordered his forces to crack down harder on any world showing signs of rebellion. But his harsh actions only made more species look to humans with hope. We are fighting 2 wars, Walker told Earth's leaders. One with ships and weapons, and one with ideas and information. And we're winning both. The Council had ruled the galaxy through fear for 10,000 years. Now they were learning to fear humans. But more importantly, the rest of the galaxy was learning not to fear the Council anymore. The Grand Council chamber had never seen such chaos. 3 Council members stood before High Minister Krell, openly defying him. The Tellurian Empire withdraws from the Council, announced their leader, a tall being with golden scales. We will no longer support your unjust rule. Next to him, the representatives of the Moraki and Jixari nodded in agreement. Krell's blue skin darkened with rage. This is treason. You cannot leave the Council. No one leaves. The Tellurian leader smiled coldly. The humans did. Now we follow their example. On Earth, Anna Morgan received the news with excitement. 3 major species have broken away from the Council. She told Walker and Earth's leaders. They want to meet with us about forming a new alliance. Walker looked thoughtful. Can we trust them? They were part of the Council that tried to enslave us. They claim they've seen the error of their ways, Anna said. And we need allies with their level of technology. 1 week later, representatives from Earth, the Araxians, and the 3 former Council species met on a neutral moon. Anna led the human delegation. We propose a new kind of interstellar agreement, she said, not one of rulers and subjects, but true partners. We call it the Soul Accords. The alien representatives studied the document. It established principles of sovereignty, fair trade, and mutual defense. This is very different from Council law, said the Moraki delegate. All species have the same rights, even new ones. Anna nodded. Every intelligent species deserves respect. That's the human way. While these talks proceeded, Krell took desperate action. He ordered the largest fleet in Council history to attack Earth directly. We will crush the humans once and for all, he declared. Then all who oppose us will learn their place. The fleet was massive, 200 warships carrying powerful weapons. Krell was certain it would destroy Earth's defenses easily. He was wrong. As the Council fleet approached Earth, Admiral Walker was ready. Humans had spent months preparing. They had built new ships and weapons, but their greatest defense was how they fought. Council ships attacked in tight formations with centralized command. Human ships fought in small, independent groups. Each captain could make decisions without waiting for orders. Council weapons targeted ships. Human weapons targeted communication systems. When the battle began, the Council fleet seemed unstoppable. Their ships outnumbered Earth's 3-1. But then the humans revealed their secret weapon, quantum shielding developed by Dr. Reed. Council energy weapons couldn't penetrate it. Impossible, shouted the Council fleet commander as his shots bounced off human ships. Their shields cannot be this strong. Walker's voice came through on all channels. You thought humans were primitive. That was your mistake. Human ships darted between the larger Council vessels, firing precisely at command centers and communication arrays. Without central control, the Council fleet fell into confusion. Then swarms of small human drones attacked. There were thousands of them, too many to track. They attached to Council ships and disabled their systems. In 6 hours, the battle was over. The mighty Council fleet was in ruins. Half their ships were destroyed. The rest drifted in space, damaged beyond repair. Images of the defeated fleet spread across the galaxy. Species that had feared the Council for millennia saw their mighty warships broken by humans. On the neutral moon, as news of the victory arrived, Anna Morgan added a final signature to the Sol Accords. The new alliance was official. The Council ruled through fear for 10,000 years, she told the gathered representatives. Today marks the beginning of something better. Across the galaxy, worlds that had suffered under Council rule looked to Earth with hope. The old order was breaking. A new one was taking its place. After the great victory at Earth, Admiral Walker stood before the new alliance leaders on the command deck of the Defiance. Representatives from 12 species listened as he outlined his plan. For too long, the galaxy has lived under Council fear, Walker said, pointing to a map of space. Now we take the fight to them. The plan was bold. Instead of attacking all Council worlds, they would target key military bases and command centers. The goal wasn't to destroy, but to disable. Humans don't want revenge, Walker explained. We want freedom, for ourselves and all species. The Alliance fleet launched 2 days later. 500 ships from a dozen worlds, all using technology inspired by human innovation. Each ship had quantum fold drives, allowing them to appear and disappear without warning. The first target was the Council's largest military base, orbiting a dead moon. 60 Alliance ships appeared suddenly around it. Before the Council forces could respond, precise strikes disabled their weapons and communication systems. Walker's voice broadcast to all Council personnel. We offer you a choice. Surrender and join us, or be detained until the conflict ends. No one needs to die today. Many Council soldiers, seeing their mighty weapons useless against the Alliance ships, chose to surrender. Those who fought were quickly overwhelmed by Alliance forces using unpredictable human tactics. On 20 different worlds, similar scenes played out. Council military power crumbled in the face of an enemy they couldn't predict or understand. Meanwhile, Anna Morgan led a different kind of attack. She broadcast messages to all Council worlds, offering them a place in the new alliance. The Council told you humans are dangerous primitives, her message said. Judge for yourselves. When we win battles, we offer mercy. We don't seek to rule you, but to free you. Many worlds, tired of Council control, welcomed Alliance forces as liberators. Council officials who had ruled through fear found themselves abandoned by their own people. On the Council homeworld, Krell watched in horror as his empire collapsed around him. Reports of defeat came from every sector. How is this possible? He raged to his remaining loyal commanders. They are just one primitive species. Not anymore, replied an old Council general. They united half the galaxy against us. Their ideas spread like fire among dry leaves. Krell's 4 eyes narrowed with hatred. Then we will use the planet killers. The general stepped back in shock. The forbidden weapons. But our own laws. I don't care about laws. Krell shouted. Prepare the ships. We will destroy Earth completely. Without their homeworld, the humans will lose hope. The general hesitated, then nodded and left the room. But he did not go to prepare the planet killers. Instead, he sent a secret message to the Alliance. Walker received the warning while overseeing the capture of a Council supply base. Krell plans to use weapons that can destroy entire planets, he told his officers. He's targeting Earth. Within minutes, the Defiance and 50 other ships folded through space, racing to intercept the threat. They arrived to find 3 massive Council ships moving toward Earth's solar system. These ships carried weapons designed to crack planets apart, weapons the Council had banned centuries ago but kept hidden for emergencies. All ships, prepare for attack, Walker ordered. We must stop them here. As the Alliance fleet moved to engage, they received unexpected help. 4 Council warships appeared and opened fire on the planet killer vessels. This is General Mox of the Council Defense Force, came a message. Krell has gone too far. These weapons violate our most sacred laws. We stand with you against this madness. Together, the Alliance ships and Rebel Council vessels surrounded the planet killers. The battle for the galaxy's future had reached its final stage. 3 months after the defeat of Krell's planet killer ships, representatives from 45 species gathered on a beautiful green moon. The location was neutral ground, belonging to no specific world. Here, they would decide the future of the galaxy. Walker and Anna stood together, watching the different beings arrive. Some had been Council members. Others had been their victims. Now they all sat as equals under a great dome of clear crystal. Did you ever think our simple act of walking away would lead to this? Anna asked. Walker shook his head. I just wanted Earth to be free. We ended up freeing half the galaxy. When all were seated, Anna stepped forward to address the gathering. The room fell silent. For 10,000 years, the Council ruled through fear and control, she said. Today, we create something better. A true community of worlds where all species have value. She presented the expanded Galactic Charter, based on the Soul Accords but improved with ideas from many worlds. Every intelligent species deserves respect and freedom, she continued. New worlds will not serve old ones. Instead, we will all serve each other through cooperation and fair exchange. The charter passed with unanimous approval. The old Council was officially dissolved. In its place stood the new galactic community, not an empire, but a partnership. Meanwhile, on the former Council homeworld, Krell and his loyal followers faced justice. Their trial was fair and open, broadcast across the galaxy. Found guilty of crimes against countless species, they expected execution. But humans surprised the galaxy once again. We sentence you not to death, but to rehabilitation, announced the head judge, a respected Tellurian. You will work to repair the worlds you damaged until you understand the harm you caused. Some thought this too merciful, but Walker supported the decision. Killing them would make us like the old Council, he explained. We're building something different. On Earth, Dr. Reed established the Galactic Science Exchange. Researchers from dozens of worlds shared knowledge freely. Technologies that the Council had kept for only the ruling species now benefited all. The Council believed controlling knowledge gave them power, Reed told a group of alien scientists. Humans believe sharing knowledge creates more power for everyone. This philosophy spread rapidly. Within a year, advances in medicine, energy, and space travel transformed life across the galaxy. Worlds that had suffered poverty under Council rule began to prosper. Earth became a center of galactic culture and commerce. In the plaza outside the new galactic community headquarters stood a simple monument. 2 human figures walking away from a table. It commemorated the moment that changed history. 5 years after the fall of the Council, Walker and Anna stood on the observation deck of a new ship, the Unity. Below them, Earth looked peaceful and blue. The galaxy is changing so quickly, Anna said. 47 species in the community now. Trade routes everywhere. Peace in regions that never knew it. Walker nodded. And it all started because we refused to accept second-class status. A young officer approached them. Admiral, Ambassador, we've received word. A new intelligent species has been discovered on a planet in the outer regions. They've achieved spaceflight and are requesting contact. Anna and Walker exchanged looks. They remembered their own first contact, how the Council had looked down on humans as primitives. "Prepare a diplomatic vessel," Anna said. "We'll welcome them as equals." As they walked toward the bridge, Walker thought about how far humans had come. From a single planet, threatened by aliens who thought themselves superior, to leaders of a new galactic age. The Council had warned that humans would regret walking away from their talks. The galaxy had regretted trying to stop them.